Hey, what is up guys, Seth here, and today I'm bringing you a really special deck. You guys have asked and you guys have been really generous with the likes on the last video about the Ghostrick creators, so I thought I would give you the deck profile along with a duel to demonstrate how good the deck is. I think this deck is capable of getting into the top 16 of any regional. I think that's what it is. It's capable of being that rogue deck that no one expects to win, and you know, whilst it might not top, it is a very strong deck. So we'll get into the deck profile. What I would like, guys, is if you could share this video, like this video. I'd like to see about 100 likes if I can. So as always, like that video, because it's, you know, it's a great profile and it's a really fun deck. So test it out, see how you guys like it. We'll start this out. Let's see, we have 3 Dark Creators, 3 Caius the Shadow Monarchs, 3 Tour Guides, 3 Jiangshi, 1 Night Assailant, 3 Ghostrick Frosts, 3 Ghostrick Lanterns, 3 Ghostrick Spectres, 3 Ghostrick Marys. We have 1 Dark Hole, 1 Beginning of the End, Mystical Space Typhoon at 3, Book of the Moon at 1, Swords of Concealing Light, Bottomless Trap Hole, 2 Mirror Force, Torrential Tribute, 1 Compulsory Evacuation Device, 2 Fiendish Chains, and Solemn Warning. For the extra deck, and this is the key to the deck, we have Galaxy-Eyes Tachyon Dragon, the Heretic Sun Dragon Overlord of Heliopolis, we have the Felgrand the Divine Dragon Knight, Gimmick Puppet Giant Grinder, and the very strong key to the deck, 3 Downward Magician. I can't stress that enough, that is the key to this deck working. So Downward Magician at 3. 2 Ghostrick Alucards, 1 Wind Up Zen Mains, 3 Dullahan, 1 Slacker Magician, and Levier. So, what we'll start out with is, well, I'll go to a duel right now just to demonstrate the deck. What I'll start out with is, for competitive play, I don't see this being the exact deck profile that people would use. I would see that people would take out the Ghostrick Frost, the Swords of Concealing Light, and the Book of the Moon for creature swap. I would see that people would probably take out those 3 for creature swap because the deck has great stall power. It can make a comeback and make your opponent waste resources all day. It can just keep doing it over and over. It is such a good deck in that sense. And because a card activates in the hand, Shadow Imprisonment Mirror doesn't do anything to it. They would need Mind Drain, and no one sides Mind Drain in this format. So it is a perfect rogue deck because no one expects it to be run. Whilst it does slow down the deck when it comes to Ghostrick Alucard's effects and Ghostrick Dullahan's effects, it doesn't really stop anything activating from the hand. So you can draw into your Mystical Space Typhoons from your Ghostrick Spectres because they'll still get their effects. So really the key to this deck is about the Downward Magician. The Downward Magician, when you overlay a Ghostrick Alucard or a Ghostrick Dullahan with it, you're likely to get that 2700 attack. Downward Magician is a card that is at rank 4, spellcaster, and it can be overlaid in the main phase 2 with a rank 3 or lower XYZ monster you control. The XYZ materials attached to that monster also become the XYZ materials to this card. It'll gain 200 attack for each XYZ material it has, and it inflicts piercing battle damage to your opponent. When it attacks or is attacked, it'll detach 1 XYZ material from the card after damage calculation. So that's just something I have to get out of the way. When the Ghostrick Dullahan is attached as an XYZ material to Downward Magician, it will still gain its effect when it is sent to the graveyard via any form. It doesn't have to be destroyed by battle or by card effects or sent by your opponent. It can be the optimal play for this is to have Ghostrick Dullahan in your graveyard with the Dark Creator in your hand. You summon the Dark Creator, you banish a Dark, you bring back Dullahan. Then you tribute Dullahan for the Shadow Monarch Caius, and then you'll get the effect of Dullahan to add a Ghostrick card into your hand from the graveyard. and you'll get the Caius effect to banish a card on the field. So you just basically didn't even... I think you might have even +1'd on that play. I'm pretty sure you +1 on that play. It's such a good effect, and Dullahan just can get recycled over and over with that Dark Creator. So it's so good. It's really a great card. And Alucard is worded exactly the same way, so Alucard is also an option for you. Now, the end play, the way that this works is the Dark Creator, don't put in Foolish Burial for this deck because it does not work. It's a semi-nomi summon, and it can't be summoned back from the graveyard unless it was summoned from the hand first. The effect reads that this card must be first special summoned from the hand by having 5 or more dark monsters in your graveyard while you control no monsters. So it is a bit of a hefty effect, but it's 3000 defense, 2300 attack. If you special summon this in defense, you're going to get so much worth from this card. It's so good, and in the context of this deck, it just keeps getting used over and over. So the Dark Creator, summon it from the hand, and then it can be special summoned from the graveyard later if it's destroyed. So the Dark Creator combo is you would have 2 in your graveyard that have already been special summoned from the hand. Then you would have 1 in your hand. So you special summon the Dark Creator in your hand, you banish a Dark, bring back another Dark Creator, banish another Dark, bring back another Dark Creator. The 2 Dark Creators that you've used their effects on, you overlay for the Heretic Sun Dragon, or, you know, Gimmick Puppet, whatever you want, and then you detach one. Then you use the Dark Creator you haven't used effect, and then you bring back the Dark Creator that you just detached. Then you can banish another for the Dark Creator and proceed to basically one turn kill him. Like, it's that kind of good for a late game combo. And with the beginning of the end, if you use the beginning of the end at the exact right time, when you've got field advantage and everything, you'll draw 3 cards, which could be 3 traps, very much needed to you, and then you just control the opponent until you do win. So it has so much potential with the toolboxing, with the stalling. The one thing it doesn't have, like I said, is that comeback play. You see, the combat play, if your opponent has an M7, a Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon, and a Scrap Dragon on the field, you really only have one option, which is probably Dark Hole, or Torrential Tribute, or Mirror Force, if your opponent is dumb enough to actually walk into that trap. That is your combat play. Otherwise, you're stalling out. And that's why I probably would say that the Concealing Light, the Book of the Moon, and the Frost would go for Creature Swap, because it just doesn't have that monster presence, that high attack presence. Whilst you can detach for Dullahan and use its effect to half the attack of a monster your opponent controls, you're probably only going to get 1 Dullahan on the field at a time. So therefore, it's only going to have 1200 attack, which isn't exactly the highest. The only card that is going to destroy is a card of 1000. It's only going to destroy a card of 2000 to, was it 350 or lower, or something like that. Something like that, yeah, 2350 or lower. Any card that's 2400, you're going to have to crash. Any card above 2400 is not enough. So Dullahan isn't your saving grace in this deck. It's a good card, but it's not anything more than used for basically the recycling effect. That being said, it is a good card, so I am saying that. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoy this deck. I really hope you guys try to play this deck as a perfect rogue deck. Try it out, test it, see how you like it. Try it with the creature swaps if you want. I'm not really a big fan of creature swap, but it might be the only way it can be truly competitive. The side decking is really up to you guys. Prohibitions, your typical Light Imprisoning Mirrors, all of that. I'm not really one for side decking. I'm giving you the main deck, and that's what I'm giving you. So, as always, comment, like, and subscribe. Share this video, it's really important, and try and get me to 100 likes on this video. It really does help the channel out, and I'll continue to bring you these really amazing decks. So this is Seth punching out.